Naseem Shah doing as well. That's been picked up on length. Hasn't quite middled this same Ayub, but he will get 4. He picked up the early length. It was just marginally short. Not that short, but beautifully played.
For a moment you felt like he was cramped for space. He didn't have that full flourish, but then those fast hands really put him in the fray, and then he got it.
Oh, hurry, he might be out. He might be gone. Rizwan, is he short of his ground? The umpire's asked to see this for the third umpire to have a look.
It's a big mix-up. Saim Ayub called Rizwan. It felt initially, when Rizwan responded, quick on that occasion because he got himself too far.
Oh, this is close.
And even though he's very nimble and his turn was quick, the dive was full stretch.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone. Babar Azam, the new bat. Oh, goodness me, that's gone past. Slip for 4. Ireland, this is a great start by the home side. End of 2 overs, it's 11 for 1.
The field, although he's
for the new bat. Beautiful. How good is that? Just an exquisite touch through that straight mid-wicket, and it's gone for 4. Babar Azam with a touch of class.
It's just pure magic from Babar Azam. It was a sublime, just flick of the wrist. You hardly seem to have hit it, and it just raced across this outfield. 2 straight, you could say, but the shot was...
Shot. Magnificent shot from Babar Azam. Just one gentle stride down the pitch. And he almost preempted the length of the delivery from McCarthy.
Yeah, how good was that? The ball is jagging around and Babar just shimmy down the wicket, hitting it on the up. It's not the usual bowlers, and I mean, what great, wonderful names he just mentioned.
Not half. Picks up on length. Man out there, straight over his head. It's a big 6 for Saim Ayub.
That is really the first one that he's got out of the middle, and it sailed away probably the longest boundary. 29 for 1 after 5, Pakistan.
From 50. Short, too short, over the head of that short mid-wicket, and that's 4 for Babar Azam.
It's another of Babar Azam's trademark strokes, that front foot pull. He doesn't really go back and across for these pull strokes. Picks up the length so quickly. You see, it went way in front of square. Just came right out of the screws as well. It sounded absolutely beautiful. That, just clearing that dot. There's been a lot of talk about Babar Azam moving into the next gear in terms of his Oh, beautifully played. How gorgeous is that? Playing it late, just using the pace. Not a bad delivery at all, but beautifully put away by Saim. Power play done and dusted. Pakistan 38 for 1.
And he's carved away immediately. An attempted diving stop. That's Gareth Delaney out of deep cover, but can't get anything on it. And after a conservative power play for Pakistan, maybe the shackles now, with the fielding restrictions loosening, will begin to loosen. As I wish a very good afternoon to Isabel Joyce. Short pull this time, helped around the corner, and it's going to be helped away very nicely. Won't quite go all the way, but it will be 4 more. 2 boundaries in the over from Young gets us to the end of the 7.
Immediately on the attack from Saim Ayub. Chance in the deep, but just has the legs to get over Harry Tector there in the deep. Didn't get all of it, but it's going with the wind. It makes use of the conditions for a maximum first ball of White's over.
I think it was the googly. You'll see Ben White bowl a lot of these to the left-handers. So he's going to try and get the ball turning away, but it ends up just into the hitting arc, the line. Slapped away, and you can hear from the roars. Plenty of Pakistan fans in the crowd. This is who they've come to watch. It's Babar Azam. In this format, in any format, he's one of the best in the world. And that's a beautiful stroke for 4.
Yeah, up and over the point fielder here. Far too wide from Curtis Camphor. He's worrying too much about those strokes, spin bowler. And it's when he floats it like that things go wrong, because too easy to take him straight down the ground with the pace on the ball. So a disappointing finish for Gareth Delaney as that one goes for 6. Goes for 10 in the over. After 10, it's 76 for 1.
This one, it's gone a long, long way. Harry Tector can only watch it sail over his head. It feels as though the accelerator is just being pressed. In the case of 2 deliveries, back-to-back maximums, 1 off Delaney. This second off White gets Babar Azam going.
Far too full, right into the swinging arc there. Ball.
The low full toss is helped away, and helped away with real class. There's a bit of style from Babar there. Babarlicious, that one. It's 4 to get him into the 40s.
Just eases this one past extra cover. Doesn't try and overhit it and play.
This time Mark Adair can't cut it off, so it's a big over. 3 boundaries come from it. Gets us to the end of the 11th. It's 91 for 1.
I think.
Work to do with the ball here. Has he found a first wicket? Camphor out there. Yes, he has. Might not have looked like the best delivery, but perfectly effective. Ireland desperately needed to break that partnership, and it's Delaney with his wrist spin that provides the breakthrough. It ends a fine effort for the second wicket.
Of 29 deliveries, and now Pakistan 92 for 2. So one of the more difficult places to hit off the back foot. So Ayub goes for 45.
Is still joined by Fakhar Zaman, who comes in at number 4. Obviously played a lot of his cricket up at the top of the... Looks for some innovation. And that might be the biggest roar of the day. It feels maybe as much like Lahore or Karachi as Dublin right now, as it'll be a boundary to round out the 13th. It's 105 for 2.
Down the pitch goes Babar Azam. And it's 4. I do like the way that Babar is just easily changes gear with his feet. He just comes down the pitch. Have a look at the... Now up in the air it goes. Should be gone. Mark Adair takes the catch. He was always underneath it, steadied himself, and that's the end of Pakistan's captain.
Well, the scorecard is going to read: Babar Azam bowled Craig Young, caught Mark Adair. This wicket for me, it belongs to Barry McCarthy in the entire team.
Meanwhile, this is a man who can cause a serious amount of damage. Azam Khan. And Gone. Second ball, Azam Khan. That is a big blow for Ireland. Ben White takes the catch. Never took
for Ireland.
Goes inside out. Could be a chance. No, it's not. It's 6 all the way. What an extraordinary stroke that was from Iftikhar.
Yeah, George Dockrell, I think he was teased by this, wasn't he? He felt he was in the game for, well, 90% of its journey towards him. But it shows the power and the brute force of Iftikhar Ahmed. What a shot this is. I don't think Adair will feel as though he's done a massive amount wrong with the delivery. He's looked for the guideline outside. Now it's going to be followed up by 4 more. The first one was power. This is all touch, Alan Wilkins. How good a piece of batting is this? 10 from just 2 deliveries.
Yeah, well, now that puts a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure on the bowler, Mark Adair. So you've gone for 10 in your first 2.
It was the slower ball, wasn't it? The off-cutter from Mark Adair.
Is it gone? Yes, it's been claimed.
Barry McCarthy again. Bigs everywhere.
Barry McCarthy. That is a spectacular catch. They don't come much better, especially when you have to dive forward. The ball's coming and you feel that you're not going to get there. It's a magnificent catch. How inspirational is this for Ireland?
3 T20Is have been held here as the games in Dublin tended to gravitate across to Malahide, the other a little bit further up the northern coast.
That's a short boundary straight, but it's still going to get there.
Yeah, it's the shortest part of the ground by a distance today. It's come in, well, what, 5 or 6 metres in from the actual perimeter of the ground, because you've got the grounds covers, the advertising hoardings, and then the rope has to have that distance in play. Alan Border famously hit, I think it was 34 from an Angus Dunlop over in a touring game. Might have been back in 1993 at this venue. Shaheen Shah Afridi shows that when you do hit it straight here like Border did all those years ago off the off break.
That's what he likes. Shaheen goes big over deep mid wicket. 6 big runs for Shaheen.
Gets us to the end of the 19th. It's 163 for 6. Left in the first innings.
That is a top edge over fine leg for 6.
And this is where you have to feel for a bowler. Not done a huge amount wrong here. That boundary towards fine leg, as that one's gone, it can't be more than, what, 50 metres, can it? And he's just got it up and over. Craig Young is up in the circle, right on the edge of it. Maybe just the line a touch wrong. Needs to get it outside off. Good innovation.
Makes a little bit of room, and that extra room makes it easier to play that shot through third. It's 4.
Now the double-digit overs are coming with ease, aren't they, for Pakistan? They're getting that flourish despite losing wickets with some regularity in the second half of this innings. They are counter.
Iftikhar. Massive blow over square leg. 6 big runs from Iftikhar.
Well, this is a cameo that could be a game-changing cameo. Is it a game-winning one from Iftikhar Ahmed? His strike rate soaring up towards 300. He's gone 6-4-6 from 3 legal deliveries, interspersed by a wide. Well, it was a very friendly off-cut.
Shaheen There's a little bit of a waltz after the ball. Iftikhar doesn't want to go back for the second. Shaheen wanted it, so a single off the last ball. And Pakistan, they finish 182.
2 wickets in T20 cricket in his first over. What a remarkable feat that is.
The boundary. Well, there's that classical batting you spoke about, and it's interesting to hear you. Well, there's that Fuller one you were talking about, but Balbirnie was alive to it. Squeezes that one through the offside for the first runs of the day for Ireland.
Yeah, there was no swing on that occasion for Afridi. The length was there. He got it right up there, giving it the maximum chance to swing, but it didn't, and Balbirnie was up to the task. Still a little turn of the face of the bat on impact to create that timing and find the gap as well.
Yeah, a little bit guilty of searching for an early wicket here, Shaheen Afridi. He's not willing to... Well, that one's not going to be caught, and it's certainly not going to be a chance on the field. Can someone in the crowd catch it? Because it's the first maximum for Ireland as Paul Stirling helps himself.
That is an incredible strike. Really is. Just a little bit of room on offer. He got himself underneath it and gave it a fair thump. It really flew off the middle of his bat. Good night as soon as it hit the bat.
Straight down the throat of mid-off. Well, it's been one of those overs where it's been up. It's been one of those overs where it's been up and down for both teams. Paul Stirling can't quite believe that he's just sent that into the hands of Babar Azam at mid-off. He made no mistake, and Ireland lose their first.
That is a big wicket. And Naseem Shahrar makes a comeback after getting hit for that 6. Once again, we've seen that back of length on the up.
Dismissed for Ireland as they lose their first on 14. New batter in is Lorcan Tucker, Ireland's. Well, he's found the gap there. Doesn't try and hit it too hard. Lorcan Tucker uses all the pace on offer from Shaheen Afridi, and he gets off the mark with a boundary.
That is a sublime piece of timing. Not looking to hit the ball hard at all. Just picked up the length, covered the line, just hands through the ball. Beautiful flow of the hands. The placement was superb, as you have to say.
Well, straight on the sweep, Balbirnie manages to miss the fielder at square. 1 bounce and 4 runs. Welcome to the game and to Ireland, Imad Wasim.
You just tuck him up and then he bowls right into the pads.
5 fielders saving a single. But he does find the gap between the fielders, in between the 2 points. Andrew Balbirnie, well, he likes this bowling change 4 more.
This is terrific batting because Imad cannot angle the ball into Balbirnie. He got punished with the sweep shot. He changes his line and Balbirnie is good enough to once again carve it through the offside. The timing has been superb. He hasn't broken sweat yet with any of his.
Lifted into the leg side. There's a fielder in the deep and he takes the catch. Just didn't get hold of that one. Lorcan Tucker didn't time it well enough, sends it straight into the waiting hands, and Ireland lose their second.
Was it a change of pace from Abbas Afridi? He's really good with those back of the hand change-ups. But first delivery, the line was straight, but it didn't come onto the bat, and just bottom part of the bat, it sailed to the fielder. It wasn't a clean connection. You could tell from the reaction of Tucker. As soon as he hit it, he knew that he hasn't got it off the meat, and Abbas Afridi make an instant.
And that one clipped into the leg side. Lots of work to do and missed in the end as Harry Tector scores his first boundary of his innings.
Exactly what you said. If you're looking to bludgeon the ball, you haven't yielded much. But if you're looking to time the ball, it really races across. Once again, playing it late, roll of the wrist. You'd have to say the line was too straight, but the timing was sublime. It only was 10 yards away from that sweeper, and where it will go.
Well, there's the short ball, helped leg side. He gets it early enough, does Harry Tector. Almost like he was expecting that one. Stunning shot. And that's another 4 runs to the total.
Yeah, the key was fast hands. He got the hands really quickly out in front. That allowed him go through with the shot. The line from Naseem was good. But he picked the length very nicely. And way in front of square. There was protection in the short third.
Well, Balbirnie helps himself to another slower ball. 1 bounce over the rope over cover for a classy boundary to close out that over. 10 runs from it and finishes the power play with a 4. So at the end of the power play, Ireland strike over.
Should be a couple. Could be 4, in fact. That's really well timed from Andy Balbirnie. You can just see Azam Khan, the keeper as well, giving a bit of feedback to Shadab, saying you're bowling the wrong line. You've got to bowl it more off stump.
Really elegant stuff from Balbirnie.
Who want to get back into the side and could easily force their way back into the side. Runs again here, 4 this time.
Well, uses the pace again. Does Andy Balbirnie. Makes Imad Wasim bowl a little bit too far outside off stump because of the way that he's able to sweep the ball. And a misfield in point means that he'll get another boundary. So 2 misfields and 2 balls from Pakistan, which well, pretty much know they're 11.
Sweep. Should be 4. It will be 4.
A little bit of a teaser Nassim felt like he was in the game there for a while, but a 4 to close out that over. 11 from it, and at the end of the 8th, Ireland are 60.
Shot. Goodness me, that's a great shot. That's one of the shots of the match from Harry Tector. Balance, poise, power, everything in that shot in such elegant fashion as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is an incredible shot, because have a look at the way his arms move as he hits this. Doesn't even get full extension, it's just the forearm.
It's gone leg side again, big hit from Balbirnie. It's 6 to Andy Balbirnie for Ireland. What a good shot that is. End of the over. 10 overs gone, 84 for 2 Ireland.
Well, brilliant timing. Takes it from outside off stump and finds the gap over the boundary for 6. Always a gap. Starts off with a shorter one. Andy Balbirnie places it perfectly and keeps the fielder in the deep interest, but it just keeps leaving him. Well, there's the first of the boundaries you were looking for, Alan.
Well, that's Abbas Afridi out there. And it's a half century for Andy Balbirnie. It's outstanding batting from Balbirnie, holding this Ireland inning. Reverse this time, and it's fine for 4. Harry Tector changing the mindset.
Inventive stuff from Harry Tector. He got this so fine. There's a fielder in 3rd, but he beats him easily. It's a good inventive batting from Harry Tector. He left it quite late to get into position, but good quick hands, gets the bat around just in time, and it was the perfect delivery as well. And just too quick, catches it high on the bat, and an easy catch for Shaheen Afridi. Harry Tector goes for 36, and Ireland are 104 for 3.
To face.
Cut away. Anik beats the man. Well, it's a tame effort. That really should have been stopped, and he's dived over it. I think it's Imad Wasim back into Pakistan colours, and he's dived over his fellow spinner's delivery. Cost 3 runs and a critical boundary to Balbirnie.
That was very sloppy from Imad. Could tell that he was late on the ball, and then that movement, he was really struggling to move towards his right. It's not much for the modern day batters.
Pump down the ground. That's Dockrell's favourite area. It's short straight. It's 4. That's why he's being promoted up the order. It was floated up quite gently by Shadab Khan.
Of the game, just too full. Just gave himself that room.
Back live with you now. Dockrell goes downtown. He goes out of the ground. It's 4. It's 6. It's Ireland in the ascendancy. It's more than just game on here. It might be Ireland's game to lose from here.
They really put themselves into pole position. This was once again too full. And Dockrell just gave himself that room. This time went under the ball, gave the elevation and also that distance. Although
tries to go downtown again. Well, I think this one is not going to get there. Oh, just. We may have to go upstairs. The question is, has he stood on the rope or not? It's a long way away.
End.
Whipped into the leg side and whipped into the gap. Looks for the block hole, doesn't find it, and that's too easy to whip away with the angle. Dockrell gets 4 more. This is turning into a cameo that will rival Ahmed's
Options, but now it's too late.
short ball helped round the corner, helped to a vacant gap. It's going to be 4 more. This time to Balbirnie. Everything is just swinging so heavily in Ireland's favour. This is a wonderful partnership for the 5th wicket. Is it guiding Ireland home?
It seems so, because Balbirnie has been finding the boundary regularly, and like I said, relatively early in the over. Once again, wrong line from Nassim. Fielded there at square leg, but it went fine, pointing at the same time.
Change in bowling, it could well have worked the oracle immediately. It's the slower ball from Abbas Afridi. It's deceived Dockrell. He did half the job, but he couldn't see it through. Scoops it up to cover. Pakistan have that vital breakthrough that they so badly needed.
And that is off the back of a good, and is incredible.
Ireland needed a boundary, and they're going to get it. They're going to get it from Balbirnie. It's not just a boundary, it's gone all the way for 6. The pendulum swings again. You felt Ireland desperately needed that, and it's the bat of Balbirnie that delivers it.
Yeah, the wicket that came earlier in the over from back of the hand, slow delivery, was pitched up. This was a half tracker, slower in pace, it just sat up. And Balbirnie had all the time in the world to pick a spot.
And that's Gareth Delaney. Pierces the gap, finds 4. Maybe guiding Ireland home. It's definite advantage to the hosts now. It's less than 10 runs per over. It'll be 19 to win off 2. 164 for 4.
It's consistency and control.
Full toss, bowled him! Bowled him, bowled him, bowled him! And it's a crestfallen Andrew Balbirnie. He won't be the one to be there at the end. Pakistan have life, and it's thanks to that man again, Shaheen.
Page number 12.
Looks for the block hole. Skews off an inside edge, runs to the rope, hits the rope! Ireland, they level the scores! They sense history! Maybe one of their biggest T20I wins of all time! Balbirnie, and indeed Dockrell too. They're going to scamper a single, and Ireland go 1-0 up. It's a leg bye, they won't mind what it is. It's a historic victory. You can add Clontarf to the list of the Melbourne Cricket Ground, the Chinnaswamy in 2011, Nelson in 2015, and indeed against Pakistan back in Sabina Park in 2007, that game we discussed. What a win! They take it by 5 wickets with just 1 ball to spare. Ireland victorious.